The Velappity application has three ways to create and allocate tasks to a field operative. The first being under the Jobs tab. If you hit Create, it will create a one-off reactive task. I will revisit this later. The second being a Job Recurrence, which is effectively a pre-planned maintenance schedule which makes up a normal part of any contract that's won. So if you hit Create, you identify the client, you identify the site, and you identify the task that has to be completed while on site. You can give this task a unique identification name, and at this stage you can allocate it to an operative. This is useful if you have one operative that visits the same site every visit, or you can leave it unallocated to be scheduled at a later date. The schedule recurrence pattern can be created down here. So you have a daily, weekly, monthly, or annual recurrence pattern that can be created. So if I focus on monthly, you can identify the day of every month you wish to visit that site. If that job recurrence is quarterly or 6 monthly, it can be created here. If you would rather say the job has to be completed on the 4th Friday of every month, this is where you do that. And again, you can make that job quarterly or half yearly. You can allocate notes. These notes are automatically passed down to the handheld of the operative when the job is allocated to that operative. When you set a time period, you can identify how many days in advance this job is created and put on the jobs list page. Once it is the jobs list page, it then can be allocated to the operative. You start a contract start date and you start a contract end date. You can also set up the recurrence pattern so the job is actually completed after 36 instances. Or if the contract will last indefinitely, you can actually set the PPM never to end.